Hello and welcome back. Just before I begin with today's topic, I wanted to mention the final competition of this year, and potentially the final competition for a little while. So I will stay tuned for next videos, and I will keep you updated on whether I'll be doing more competitions in 2024. So this month is December. Welcome to December. And if you celebrate Christmas, then it's an exciting time of year. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, I'm sure it's equally as exciting. And if not, then if it's not exciting and it's not your time of year and you don't like the cold and you don't like the darkness, then listen to some of my videos and, you know, if something rings true to you, if something resonates to you with what my videos are saying, with what I'm saying in the videos, feel free to get in touch with me. I'm very easy to find on social media. My email address is everywhere, and you can always comment below this video. So without further ado, December competition time will be this book, will be the prize. Oh, can't see it. Oh, what a shame. There we go. Can you see it now, maybe? Yeah, there it is. The magic of the blurred background. Unfortunately, I'm not going to unblur my background as there is a pile of Christmas presents behind me and in a very disorganized fashion. But basically, the book is there, now you can see it. It's Dare to Be You by Debra Simmons. And for those of you who know Debra Simmons, and for people who know me and they're in my Facebook group, you'd know that I took over the Dare to Be You Facebook group. So Dare to Be You is a company run by the lovely Debra Simmons and her nieces Beck Sheffield and Lucy Sheffield. Beck Sheffield is a self-love guru and Lucy Sheffield is an abstract artist. And I have a few of her paintings actually. She is amazing. All three of them are amazing and they all three have a very, very special place in my heart. And they are the sort of foundation of everything it is that I share. And the foundation of what they share is around Sydney Banks and Byron Katie. So I'll put the links in the description and you can go and look up all these people. But they are the foundation, especially Debra Simmons. She was the spiritual mother that I needed at the time when I met her. The whole serendipity of life and the way things kind of just fall into place without even trying. And this book is in my opinion, it's really, really easy to read. And it just points to the truth of your human and spiritual nature. It just really nicely and gently introduces you to the truth of who you are. And it does so in a sort of 40-day, like 40 short chapters. So it's like a 40-day thing, kind of like a 40-day challenge, so to speak. So you'd read like one chapter a day, and each chapter is like a page or 2 pages long. And every page, every chapter is just slowly pointing you back to the truth of who you are, back to the truth of what's really going on. You know, what is this human experience that we're having? And so I would like to give one lucky person, I'd like to say for Christmas, but it depends on the delivery service and how quickly you enter. And it probably won't be for Christmas because the competition closes on the 31st of December. So it'll probably be for the new year. So as a New Year's present, I would like to give one lucky winner a free copy of this book. So this copy, as you can see, is much loved and it's my copy. But once some people have sort of entered the competition and I've announced the winner, that winner I will contact them privately and, you know, sort of get their home address and they will get a free copy of Debra Simmons' books. One book. So I'm really, really, really excited because this is something I've wanted to do for a very long time. And who knows why it's taken me this long. But here it is. And so how to enter this December competition is the same way how to enter all the competitions that I've been doing since September. And you just drop a comment below this video saying I'm in December competition, or email me. And if you don't want me to announce your name, if you don't want it to be announced on YouTube for whatever reason, I will respect your privacy. I will just say we've got one lucky anonymous winner, and I will email you to announce that you're the winner. So if you really don't want your name announced, either give me a nickname that you will know it's you, and I will announce that, or I will just say it's an anonymous winner. So, either is fine. But yes, I'm very excited for somebody to win this book because it's an amazing book, and very easy to read, very fun. And like I said, Debra Simmons has a very special place in my heart. So I wanted to share her words of wisdom and her insight with the world, as well as my insights and my wisdom. So yeah, that brings us nicely to today's topic, which is blind spots. So I had a major insight this morning, actually, around the fact that other people, places, things, circumstances, everything we go through in life, all of those experiences, they're like our wing mirrors, like on a car. It has wing mirrors. And we need those in a car. You need those wing mirrors to help you see what's behind you. But even with those wing mirrors, you still have blind spots. I'm a cyclist, and so I tend to find myself behind these really big trucks, and it says, "Cyclists beware, this is a blind spot." Basically, we can't see you. So I keep my distance and I keep myself safe on the road. And it's the same with our life, as being human, or joining a sort of spiritual quest or a spiritual journey, or whatever it is that we're doing here, whatever it is that you're trying to uncover, whatever void you're trying to fill, whatever question you're trying to answer, like an ultimate truth. We have blind spots. We have areas that we just cannot see in our lives. I watched a video the other day of somebody saying that they spent their whole life, a decent life, decent childhood, whatever, everything was good. And they had, on paper, their life was amazing. Everything was, running smoothly, all the tick boxes and everything. But something just wasn't quite right. And then a friend pointed her in the direction of a video that talked about anxiety. She goes, "Oh, okay, well, I'm not an anxious person. That's not part of my vocabulary. And I don't suffer from anxiety. Other people do." So like the wing mirrors. So she could see anxiety in the world around her, but she couldn't see it within herself. And she listened to this podcast or this video, whatever she listened to, and she realized that it was explaining her life. So that was a blind spot for her in that area. And then listening to this kind of changed her life, this sort of catapult experience of like, oh my days, this is what I've been doing. Subconsciously, I've been creating this world of anxiety, not realizing that's what I was doing. So for me, when I first came across this understanding, the main understanding that I share, the foundation of it is sort of, it's called the three principles, or the inside out understanding, and I can put links and more information below this video. But when I first found out, I realized that I liked to be in control. I really, really loved being, in the driver's seat. I liked sort of dictating my life, and I had a very detailed plan of how my life would go. And then I wound up on this retreat, and I was told that I don't control my thinking, don't control what pops into my head, don't control what will come. And I was like, well, if I, that just ripped my world apart, because my whole world was founded on the fact that I'm in control. I can think positively. I can look for the silver lining, and I can think and feel my way out of negativity. I don't have to be sad, and I don't have to fall to depression. I don't have to do them. I can control that. And then I was told that no, you don't. And if you do think negatively, it doesn't make you a bad person. It just means you're working perfectly as you should as a human being. You're just having human experiences. And from it turning my world completely upside down and inside out, it saved me from myself, realizing that I'm not in control, realizing that I'm not in the driver's seat. It freed me from so much baggage, from so much responsibility that I was holding. I honestly believed that I had to be happy all the time, that there was this paradise place where I would finally get to and just feel happiness, and where sadness just couldn't touch, sadness couldn't reach. And I was chasing my own tail. I was never going to reach that point, because happiness is an emotion. It's a feeling. It comes and goes. It isn't something, it isn't a destination. And I knew that. And I quoted those words. But I didn't know it at a deeper level. I didn't feel it. I didn't sit in that feeling of actually knowing, like deeply, deeply knowing that happiness isn't a destination. And so a lot of that control got released, and I thought, okay, yeah, that's it. And I had masses of insights with this understanding. And then just this morning I realized I really like to be in control. After all of these years, after all of these insights, time and time again, I struggle, and I've seen that blind spot now. I struggle to allow people to just do things their way. And the purpose of telling you this story of going back to the beginning and telling you of my blind spot that I've just sort of seen, so it's no longer, it's been uncovered, it's been unraveled. The purpose of telling you this is, what are you not seeing? What do you think you've let go of, but you're holding on tight? What is no longer serving you that you can get curious about and sort of say to yourself, is there an easier way here? In this space in my life, is there an easier way to see this? Can I thrive in this area? Is it possible? And when we really look, when we really get quiet and find that space inside of us, that space, that unbreakable, undamageable place of pure love and pure God energy, the answer is always yes. You can always see beyond your blind spots. And if you're not sure how to find your blind spots, or you're struggling and it's difficult, don't worry. Don't hurt yourself looking for your blind spots. They will show up to you when you're ready to sort of go to the next level, so to speak. When you're ready to unravel that. When you're ready to see past it. I clearly wasn't ready to fully let go and sort of embrace the fact that I am me. I came here to be me. Everybody else came here to be them. They didn't come here to be Bekkah. They didn't come here to do things Bekkah's way. And thank goodness, thank goodness that it's set up like that we live in a system, in a world like that is the spiritual, the human, the psychological system that we're in. And it's innate and it's built in that we all get to be ourselves, however that looks. So, What area in your life can you play with? It's a game. There's a challenging part of it, but it's a juicy challenge. It's like Monopoly, or a really competitive game that you can play, whether it's a one-on-one game or just a single player game, whoever you're playing with, whether it's a group of people or just yourself, and it's that you're trying to beat your high score every time. And this is what this spiritual journey is like. It's like, okay, then, so I've seen the magnificence of my thinking, and I've seen what it can do and what it can create, and the magic that's there. I've seen that. What else can it do? What else is there? That there's always more. This isn't an end. There isn't an end to this conversation, to this journey, to this exploration, this curiosity. The deeper you go, the more you will find. And that is just amazing and incredible. So I hope there was something helpful there in today's video, and that you can see past some of your blind spots, and don't start with your hardest, biggest thing. Don't go to your most scariest thing. Look at something that's little. And for example, for the longest time I always said I'm not a runner, I don't run. And now I'm running. For the past couple of weeks, I decided I wanted to run, and I wanted to do it properly and not hurt myself with it, and do it regularly and properly. So slowly each week I increase the amount I run. I think I'm on 7K this week. So for the whole 7 days, I'll do a total of 7K. And for any professional runners out there or marathon runners, you will know that that's not a lot. It's like 2K a day, or a little bit more than that, 3K a day for 3 days, and that makes 7K. So it isn't a lot of running at the moment, but for me it is a lot. So it's finding your space, it's finding what works for you. There isn't a one size that fits all. So yes, good luck for the competition, which is closing. The competition closes on the last day of 2023. So that's the 31st of December 2023. Enter by commenting below. And if there's anything you want to know, anything you want me to expand on in this video or another video, please feel free to ask. I love your questions. I still have a list of so many more questions that I will get around to answering. So if you have asked me a question and I haven't made a video on it yet, please be patient with me, or ask me again. Chances I've forgotten or not written your question down. But yes, lots of love, and I will see you again in the next video.